Hello. All right. So I think I think we're getting a little bit faster getting through the troubles, but still having the troubles. but I'm here and I'm almost all set up and excited to be here. But let me finish getting set up so I can see what I'm doing. All right. Okay. So I think I'm ready. Um Well, I didn't tell anybody that I was coming on live or like what time, but I did think it was important to come on today in this really cool energy that we have going on, especially because it's numerically and vibrationally cool with the 8-8 portal. And I also have gotten a lot new subscriptions, which I'm really excited about, and wanted to come in and do an extra kind of event to introduce myself and also welcome all of the new subscribers. So I'm Elizabeth, and this is Vibrant Numerals, where yes, I primarily do numerology, but really what I'm about is um, helping others to read the vibrational patterns. And so all of these vibrational patterns have like layers in them. And so I'm trying to help and teach all of us how to be able to dig through and dig into those layers so that we can get messages that'll help us in life. Um, So I think that's the best I could do. The other thing that I do want to say though is that it's kind of cool because this video will be my 189th video on YouTube, this live video. And let me type this in. Vibrant Numerals. So the name of the channel, it actually resonates at 189 also. So we'll start with that number. So Vibrant Numerals resonates at 189, and this will be the 189th video that's up um, on my channel. And today we have this 8-8 portal. And tomorrow we have a full moon. And so, why that's relevant is, of course, we have this 8 here, but also this, when you add these up, give you 18, which then you add those up and it gives you 9. This 18 is the vibration of the moon. So, this is moon vibes all day. So it's just kind of cool to be able to see how things are synchronizing and kind of coming together, even when we don't try. And so this, I just kind of want to be a fun time for us to be able to you to see what I do, show you what I do, and then answer any kind of questions that anyone has. So as you're coming in, please feel free to put your questions in the chat. Please make sure that you hit the like button and subscribe if you aren't already a subscriber. I'd love to have you come back. So let's just do some fun stuff. So what I have for us is I found this random number generator. And you see it, that's that weird wheel that's up there in that left hand corner. And so I'm just going to spin this and then I will break down what that number, that vibration is. And then we're going to go and look for it in other people's shorts and in other other places. Because that's really how I work is I notice what vibrations are very strong. And it's easier for me because I've one been doing this for way too long, but also just my natural gifts is that I see the vibrations, I see energy as numbers. So I look and I see, oh, this is a very loud vibration, and then that kind of directs me to where I need to go to get some of the messages. So here we go. Um, oh, thank you for being here, Tarot Gothis. It's nice to see you again. All right, so while this is spinning, let me get back to the whiteboard. We'll see if I can actually see what number comes up. Might not come up. I might have to go back over here. Let me go check. Let me go check. Hold on. Come on, this was working. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's interesting. All right, so let's see if this number comes up where you all can see it before I say what it is. The lag is interesting today. Yeah, look at that. So here we are in this 8-8 portal, and the first random number we pull is 858. That's okay, that's a little creepy. But cool. And so what is so cool about this is a really good example of a portal number. So today is the 8-8 Lionsgate portal. And so this is a time when we have this portal energy is when we have these vibrations that are the same. So like when you see like an angel number or you see like a double digit number, that stands out to you because it has those two vibrations that are the same kind of together and it amplifies it. And so we get the same thing on any of these days that have these vibrations sitting right next to each other. So for like this one is 8-8, but this 8-8 Lionsgate portal is actually even more important because it's attached to the Sirius star system. And the Sirius star system is what was honored by lots of ancient civilizations. And so a lot of the things that we've built, oh, I just noticed that stuff is behind. It's behind the this over. But the Sirius star system is honored by all of these ancient civilizations. So like the three pyramids in Egypt have been built to be aligned with the Sirius star system. The Dogons in Africa, who were the first astrologers, were focused on the Sirius star system. It was the Sirius star system that they knew about without having a telescope or any of these kinds of materials. Also, we see in the Mayan history also that this Sirius star system comes up quite regularly. So that's what makes today a bigger, more powerful portal than on other portal days. And you can check out, I have every month, I give you a list of the portal days that are coming up. And we can use the portal days to draw in energy that we need to use to manifest something or just to get through the day. And then we can also use it to release. And now, like on a day to like today, that's tenfold. So you can draw in like tenfold energy to be able to use to manifest something really big for yourself. But also you can release a lot. So it's a perfect day if you need a really good cry to just get some stuff off of your chest, to let that go, release it, put it out into the earth and into the universe to be recycled and reused, and then draw in new, exciting energy into you and fill that space. You just have to make sure to be very intentional. I've learned that the hard way, that if you're not intentional, um, you don't know what you're going to get back. And part of the reason is because all of the energy that's made up of all the vibrations are neutral. That's why you probably have heard other people say that, like, the universe or God doesn't know what it is that you want. And so you have to be specific. Same kind of thing. It's the vibration that's neutral. So vibrations can come back and be positive or negative based on your perspective. So you have to let God and the universe know in your prayers and in your affirmations and in your intentions what your perspective is, so that you can intentionally draw in the right energy that you need for what you want to do. So back to this number that just sparked this whole soapbox moment. But this is a very cool number because this is what I like to call a portal number, where we have the same vibration on both sides, and it's just a creepy coincidence. But there are no coincidences in anything, not with the universe and not with Kendrick Lamar. But these are eights. And so what happens is when you have these vibrations that are right next to each other, or they're very close to each other, and they are vibrating the same, they want to be with each other. And so then this starts like spinning to be able to have these vibrations be near each other. And when they start spinning and trying to get closer and closer together, then it pushes out this number here, or this vibration here. And so then it becomes a portal for that vibration. So what we have here, 8 is the vibration of infinitely cycling energy, like karma. Karma is coming up big time this week. So many people have been talking about karma. I've heard several songs that have just recently been released, like this week, that include karma in the lyrics. We've seen karma hitting people. We've probably had karma hitting us. Hopefully just not too hard. But karma is coming up a lot, and karma resonates at an 8. So karma's numerical vibration is 44, and then that goes to an 8 when we add those together. So karma is this one of these energies that's cycling energy. I like to think of it as like it's like the reap what you sow energy. So it's like you have anything that you're putting out into the world, it eventually will come back to you. Maybe not in the same form, but it will come back to you. So that's this 8 energy. So this infinitely cycling energy. That's also why the 8 looks like an infinity sign, because it's continuously moving. It's continuously cycling and turning over on itself. So we have this infinitely cycling energy that is bringing forth this 5, and the 5 is the vibration of change. And we just have to remember that change is a vibration, and just like this 5 is a vibration. And so then that means it could be positive or negative. It's neutral, and it's just based on your perspective. So it's kind of like you could have somebody make a change in their life, like you say to somebody, "Oh, you've changed." And they might think they have made good changes and like they're becoming a better person, and you're looking at them like, that change you made is kind of gross. So it's based on the perspective of how you interact and how you're impacted by that vibration. So that's pretty cool. So we have this 8-8 energy in this 8-8 portal bringing forth change. And I think that's extremely fitting. The universe knew what it was talking about when it gave us this number randomly to start with. The other thing we can look at real quick is that let's get, man, I've used so many colors already. What color am I going to use? Oh, here we go. So we also can look at if we do 8 plus 5 plus 8. So if these are the steps, so if we recognize that infinitely cycling energy, some kind of cycling energy, whether it's like our habits, our routines, different patterns in relationships we've seen that now is like coming to the forefront and it's pushing for change to happen. Those are the first steps. But that then gets us to this 21, where once we recognize that this infinitely cycling energy is pushing for change and we actually take the steps to make that change, now we can get to this 21 where we have new energy that's helping us get out of duality. So new energy can come in as anything. And so we have to be open to however this new energy is coming in, especially after we've really been focusing on change, some kind of change. This new energy is coming in with that change that we're making. And then in that place of change, it allows us, we can use this new energy to now be able to see what are the extremes that are happening. I'm getting pulled this way and I'm getting pulled that way, and why. And that's what this 2 is. The 2 helps you to recognize that even if you're getting pulled back and forth, that there has to be a way to be able to come together. And as you bring those extremes together, then you get to the 3 where you get true growth. So you could think of it as like if you are, I don't know, if you're in this box and you're really small. If you're really small and you have to go back and forth between the 2 sides, now you're getting really pulled a lot back and forth, back and forth. But as you grow, now those 2 sides are getting closer and closer together. And once you grow enough, you get to the point where you can touch both sides at the same time. But then that's also letting you know that it's time to change. It's time to get out of that box. And you could go into a new box if you want to, or not. But that's what this is showing you, that like, okay, once you're able to incorporate both of those extremes into your life, it's time to grow. You need to grow more. So let's go grow. It's basically what it's telling us. So let me know in the chat if you have any questions. What we're going to do next is I'm going to take this same random number and see if we can find any more information about this message in people's channels. I'll wait for a second and see if there's. Thank you all for being here. I know it was random and unexpected. I'm here. Okay. So what we're gonna do, so this added up to a 3. So I actually have 9 different pages. And so first I'm gonna go and get the 3rd page. 1, 2, 3. And then I'm gonna try and get fancy and switch over here. Let's see. Uh-oh. I don't think that's working. Let's see. No, we can't watch anything. Oh, I'm getting help. Hold on. Just push it. It's touchscreen. There we go. Thank you. I can't be out here long because my daughter's gonna be screaming pretty soon too. Um, but here we go. So the third page that I had on here was Cousin B's Can't Be Serious. So we're gonna look through and we are going to look and see. Oh, hi, baby love. Thanks for making it. We're gonna look and see if we can find anything related to our 858 or 21 or 3. Let's see. Like his thumbnail. Let's see. Let's see. Where's our message? Oh, got some cool numbers in here. I'm just looking at the view numbers because that's a lot of times what I look at, what I use, and like what stands out to me as what are some of the messages I need to hear. There's actually a lot of threes in here. There are a lot of 12 threes in here. And if I remember correctly, Cousin B does have some 12 energy in his numerology. Oh man. I'm glad he's got a lot of stuff in here. Oh, here. Okay. Look here. So this video has 878 views. So it's not our 858, but it has that same 88
that
portal.
fat bastard.
So
you know, it's funny because he makes that video talking shit, right? And it's like, bruh, you're too much of a coward to even come on our show because of your sponsors and brands.
Okay.
But you want to sit here and talk shit about us when we're giving people real advice. I mean, if you took good advice, you wouldn't have wiped up hoe-ass Ruby Rose. That's fucking embarrassing. Dude's putting videos out, kissing her, and doing vacation, all this other shit. He could sit there and say it was a marketing scheme all day. Bro, that's still, those were your lips on her, though, nigga, and that girl's a whore.
So I think here we definitely, let me go back to our writing. Let me know what you think. But I definitely think what we're getting here is more of this, like, you're getting more of this karmic energy coming back around. Oh, you can't hear it? Oh, I can't hear it, but you can hear it. So that makes it even more interesting because I can't hear the content. But just from feeling the vibrations, it does feel very much like this cycling energy, like this karmic energy coming back and forth. You tell me what you think. But also that this change is coming through. So, and what we can look at is for that video, it was 878, and so the 7 is bringing forth action. So Cousin B was telling us, look, okay, you focused on bringing forth change energy, but really what you need to be bringing forth. So once you change, you need to take action. Or to really truly change, you need to take action. That's why we had the 7 instead of the 5. But big change energy, so then you can actually step into action. True change is action. But then that also takes us... Oh, all right. Sorry, I just saw some information and heard it and now have to move this over. So, crazy synchronicities. So the first random number that we got was 858. And that took us to 21.3. The number that we found that correlated with this number, or that we were drawn to because of this number on Cousin B's page, was this 878. And so this 878, if now instead of the 5 we have a 7, that means that now we're going not to a 21 but to a 23. And a 23 is the 5. So here's our 5. Here's our 5 of change. It was there. It was there all along. But also, one of the other themes that keep coming up a lot along with karma this week, but it's been kind of building up over time, and now this week is pretty big, is this question of identity. And 23 is the vibration of the phrase I am. And so it's really looking at, what is your identity? Who am I? And I have a series of videos that are coming out all about I am and identity in numerology and vibration. But we also, for all of my koalaholics, had a big discussion about the number 23, and somebody whose name will not be mentioned, not on my channel. You could go over to Koala Tea and be able to get all of that petty tea on 23. But 23 was coming out a lot, and it came up in that discussion that 23 is also the numerical vibration of the word fake. And this person, whose newest smash hit did come up on 23, number 23. So here we go. Oh, hi, Slay Queen. Thank you for being here. We were looking at these synchronicities. It's already so interesting on this 8-8 portal. 8-8 portal day. So, gosh, all right. So you see what the vibrations do to me. This is what I'm going through all day long, and why I'm here to be able to share it with you, so I don't have to be the only one going through it. But I know, you all especially see those angel numbers all the time. But this is how you can use them and start getting these bigger messages. So to recap, for those that just came in, we used the big number wheel to randomly choose a number. We got 858, which is the universe laughing at us because it is the 8-8 portal. So it was like, okay, here's bam, 8-8. And then we went to the third channel I had on my list, which was Cousin B's channel. And we found a short video that had 878 likes. It doesn't now because I liked it, so it was only for us. And what we got was that, all right, this first number was telling us about change with this 5 coming forth. This 7 was telling us about the action that needed to be taken so that we could make that change. But then we added this up and found the change was here. We have the 5. It's right here. So here's our synchronicity, these 5s connecting. But also this 23, where 23 has been coming up all week, but for the last couple weeks around I am, identity, and anybody that was in it wasn't today's live. It was, I think, yesterday's live. You know, Koala Tea be going live so random. I don't even remember what days he goes live. But we talked about 23, number 23, and how it was related to the word fake. So, oh, good. Oh, really? I have multiple streams going. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. First, I can't get one going, and now I've got two. So, whichever stream you're on, if I'm not responding to your comments, it's because I'm watching the other stream. So, come on over to the other stream, but make sure on your way out to like and subscribe. We'll just deal with it that way. Oh my gosh. Okay. So, what do you all think? Anything else here? I don't know. I think we should do another one. Okay, I think we're gonna do another one. So I'm gonna get a new page. Okay, I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna go over to. I don't even know how I did that. That's different. That's magical. Maybe I'm trying to make a portal. You know you can make a portal with two mirrors, but you're not supposed to do that because you don't know what's gonna come through that portal. Saying. But that also is why certain people that give a mirror to ourselves feels like it has such a strong pull, either repelling us from them or pulling us near them. Fun fact. All right, we're gonna go over. I'm gonna go over to our random number. And let's see what number we're gonna get next. And these numbers, I have it from 0 to like I think 999. Interesting. Okay, a 374. All right. I got so many screens. I I acted like I know what I'm doing. I'm gonna play it off like I do, because we just gonna do it random today. Okay, so interesting. So we have 374. And so, how we read this vibration when it comes up for us is we first look at the 4, which is telling us that we need to establish foundations, or at least look at our foundations to see what cracks there may be. Where does the foundation need to be built up? And it's telling us that we need to build up this foundation so we can take action and flow, because that's the next step. But we can't take the right action in the flow of the vibration if we haven't built up or filled in the cracks of the foundation yet. I know I keep looking down because I'm trying not to be more interested in your chat than what I'm talking about, but I am. So I'm gonna try. I was trying to stop, but I'm used to being in the chat, not on the screen. All right, let me move this over because I see again. There we go. So we have to look at the foundations. What foundations are working for us, which are not? Where are there cracks in the foundation? And our foundations can be like, what are you standing on? What are you believing in? And it can come back to that I am. Like, who are you? What do you stand for? What are the cracks in that? What are the things that, like, are part of your foundation, but you try and hide from others and yourself, because that can make your foundation weak. And so we need to first establish our foundations, and then we can take action, because by having that foundation set, now we can get into the flow of the vibration and be able to actually take action. And oh, Tarot Gothis, it's 11:10 over here. Hint, hint. It's about to be 11:11. Tarot Gothis is actually my youngest daughter, and we always tell each other we love each other at 11:11. So I'm gonna need her to put that in there for me in my text. Okay, back what we were talking about. So build up your foundations, and then we can take action and flow. And then with this action, this gets us to a place of growth. So this is how we can break these vibrations down and actually be able to see what these steps are to help us. So this is why I say, like, those double numbers, or like our angel numbers, those are just to get our attention to the real message, because the real message is coming through these steps, not necessarily through the all the numbers together. That's also why we don't get very much information when we use a single number. So like if you just look up the single digit number, or like when you get your life path number and it's only the one single digit number, it seems so broad and it's not really relatable. That's why. It's because we're not looking at the actual path. And this is how we look at the path, is we break this down. I love that the universe gave us this number, because it's more of a complex number. And it's moving us away from like the angel numbers, where now we can start seeing what the actual messages are. So like when you see an angel number, that's to get your attention. Whatever the next number is that you see, you should be breaking it down this way, because this is going to give you more of your message, more of your information. So you can be able to figure out what it is that you really should be paying attention to. So here, we are really looking at what are our foundations. We're meant to examine our foundations so that we can take action and flow. If we try and take action without like making sure our foundations are set, that's not in flow. That's when we have actions that are gonna make it harder for us instead of easier for us. And then we can't get to the growth, because we didn't take the right actions in the right vibrational flow. So then after we look at these steps, then we can get to the 3 plus 7 plus 4, which gives us 14. And so again, like, this is the big, huge message, is that we need to look at our foundations. Big, huge message is the foundations that we really need to be looking at. We need to make sure our foundations are set and good, so then new energy can come in. You can't build on, well, I mean, I guess you could, because we've seen a lot of people do it, build on faulty foundations. But if you don't build up those foundations in a way that's going to best serve you, now this new energy can't help you build it greater and bigger. And so foundations is coming in here again. Oh, that's so weird. What is happening? How do I have two streams going? I don't understand. But I guess, I don't know, double the energy. We'll take it. Let's just take it. We're just going to take it. We're going to take all that energy. Thank you. Thank you, Tarot Gothis. The other thing that's unique about 14, and Tarot Gothis can let us know more about this, but the 14 is temperance, which, correct me if I'm wrong, but I do think we got that major arcana card in the cards we pulled this morning. Um, but the temperance is about mixing of energies, mixing of vibrations. And so, where we were talking about the two, where it's actually bringing them together, um, and making sure both extremes come together to make something new, here, this is a mixing. It's like figuring out the proper mix. So, a good example of this is like when you're making salad dressing and you have to have the right amount of oil and vinegar to make a good salad dressing, but that water or that vinegar and oil will never like fully mix. That's 14. We also experience all of this 14 energy in our own energetic bodies because every single person has both masculine and feminine energies. We need both. Like, we can't do action and flow like the 7 is asking us to if we're not using both our masculine and our feminine, because the action is a masculine energy while the flow is a feminine energy. So we need both. And so 14 is also asking you to look at those mixings of vibrations within yourself, because that's related to the foundations. That may be where some of your cracks are in your foundations, is not having a good mix. And it doesn't mean it has to be 50-50, because it's going to be different for everybody. But you will want to have this good mix of energies within you. So that's what we're getting from this 14, along with this importance of the foundations again. And I guess the big, huge message of the day, I don't even know what color to use, is change, because here we get a 5 again. So we keep getting this 5 all over the place. We had the 5 on our first number because it was the middle number that was coming through that 8-8 portal. And then in the number we pulled from Cousin B's channel, we got a 5. It was 23-5, which is so funny. And now we're getting the 5 again. So it seems like the message of the day from the universe is that today is the day to make some change. And that makes sense, because you could actually make big, huge changes very easily today. If there's something you want to release today, you can let it go super easy today. If there's energy you want to draw in, you could do that really well today. Today, the difference between our intentions today and other days, or even other portal days, is that today would be like planting seeds for an orchard instead of just a garden. So like a garden, you might get a couple of seasons, but when you're planting an orchard, now you're getting like years of growth and years of fruit from that. So today, the word of the day is change. Change. And we can do real quick. Let's look at, since it keeps coming up, change the word change actually resonates at 38. Yeah, I've had to deal with change a lot, so I just know that by heart. That's one of the few I know. No, I won't say few because I know a lot by heart. But it's a 38, and so here we have this 8 again for today. So change is really about understanding these infinitely cycling energies, understanding the patterns and the habits and the routines that we have in our life. And once we understand those, now we can choose which ones we want to keep, which ones we want to grow, and which ones we just want to completely change or get rid of. So, by understanding what these infinitely cycling energies are, that allows us then to be able to grow. And once we figure this out, now true change is happening. And when you're making change, it's like you have this transition point in change. And this is for any kind of change. Like if you're changing your routine, changing your mind, like making a decision, all the way to like changing your life, you get to this decision point that's an 11. Where this 11 is like you have two sources of energy. And they're seen as extremes, even if they may not be. But you're having to choose between the two. That's change. Choose between the two. Do you stay the old way or you go to the new way? But you're getting energy for both. So whatever change you're needing to make, whether you make that change or not, you have the energy that's just going to amplify this set of cycling energies. So it's going to happen regardless. We have this 11 where we have energy for both. But the real change is when you can figure out how to have both and create something new. So, like the example I like to use for this 11 to 2 is one that I've gone through several times in my life where I've had to choose between like home life and work life. And I kept thinking that I had to choose between them. But it was when I came to the conclusion and figured out that I could actually work from home. That's bringing them together to create something new. So now I could have this career, and it's not this YouTube. I really want it to be, but I could have this space where now I can work at home and be there for my children and be able to go to their activities and do things with them while still building up my career. So that's the 11 to the 2, where you have energy for both and you're having to choose or make a change, but true full change is stepping into something brand new. That's the 2. You're using both sources of energy to create something completely new. A lot of change. Okay, so we had a 5 of change. So I'm going to go over to, oh my gosh, so many screens. I'm actually very proud of myself. I'm going to go over to our screen here and see who's in the 5th spot. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. All right, coming back. Maybe. Maybe I am. Okay, no. Very good. All right, so we are looking for something around 374 or 5. to give us some more information. And so in the 5th spot was Black Alpha. And so we're going to look through these shorts and see if we... Oh my gosh, look. I don't think I can pass this up. Look, it's another 8 portal. So this is 868. I don't think I can pass that up. I think it would be wrong too. So I think we need to listen to this one and then we can come back and find another one. And I can't even listen to this.
Fubu never had been in collection. I make music that electrify. You make
so
music
this
that
is an
pacify.
portal.
Not
this
pacify him.
Karma comes back to you.
I make music that
and
electrify.
It's about
you make music that pacify.
Best
That's literally the nigga
punchline.
that in chat that was just like, you're
Get
40.
out of here.
Go get
can't make
pacified,
this
little
shit
nigga.
up.
So you basically calling Drake fans like babies.
So talk
You
about
baby your
change.
fans. You give them what they want to hear.
Oh my goodness.
Not what they need
Wow.
to hear. Oh my God.
We kiss up to Drake.
This is big time change. All right. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm going to go back. I'm going to leave you all here and go back. I'm going to go back to the whiteboard so I can make sure to write these down so I don't forget. Because we'll look for another one also. All right, but I'm going to write down this one so I don't forget to break it down, which was the 868. So we've gotten 858 from the random number generator. Then we got 878 from Cousin B's channel. And now we have 868 from the Black Alpha's channel on the 88 portal. You can't make this shit up. It's creepy and great and fun and creepy all at the same time. So let's see if we can find something with 5 on here. We have this 54, but that doesn't... We have this 14. We might come back to that. It feels like there's something else. Feels like there's something else. Yep, there it is. Look. 555. And it's Hey Now. Okay, that's cool. And look, right next to it. You can't make this up. Right next to it is 23. So which one? You tell me. 55 or 23. I'll break down both the numbers, but which video do you want to watch? Oh, but this one is also a year later. The most diabolical Euphoria punchlines again, which we just looked up above at 868. You can't make this shit up. Look, this is like the same song. It's the same topic line, and it's at 23.5. Oh my gosh, you tell me which one. I'm getting curious. Okay, I need to stop. And look, oh my gosh, here's another one. Euphoria 1 year later. 5K. So there's something with Euphoria. You want to watch either one of these videos? Hey Now or this a year after Euphoria? So we have to include 55, and we'll talk about 23 again. And yeah, then there's something going on with Euphoria. Okay. I'm not seeing... Hopefully y'all aren't back on the other stream putting stuff in the chat there. Yeah, after when... that's what I was kind of thinking. All right, there you go.
I pray they my real friends. If not, I'm YNW Melly.
Right.
I don't like you.
give a like. But look, this is at 1.5.
Pray they my real friends. If not, I'm YNW Melly.
Oh my gosh, does it have 15 comments on it too?
Okay, all right.
Real friends. If not, I'm YNW Melly.
Oh my gosh.
That
Okay.
nigga.
Already know. Damn.
Crown is heavy. I pray they my real friends. If not, I'm YNW Melly.
Oh, I pray they my friends. If they not, I'm YMW Million.
I'm YMW Melly. He's the one that's in jail right now for allegedly unaliving his best friend, right? Okay, I get it. I hear you, Kendrick. I hear you loud and clear.
Let me see you push a T. You better off spinning the skin on him. You think about pushing me. I don't like. I pray they my real friends. If not, I'm YNW Melly. I don't like you.
Okay. So let's go back here to our whiteboard. And real quick, I'm going to look at the numerical vibration. If I think I broke my phone, y'all, because I used the calculator too much with these numbers. And I can do most of this in my head, but I don't like to. Interesting. So Euphoria adds up to 93, 12, and another. So we'll talk about that one too. What I wanted to do was first, oh yeah, we had a bunch of the 15 that we wanted, but I wanted to look at these together because these are the three that kind of caught our eye. So when we add these together, we get 83. 83 is wisdom. But also, I think I gotta check. Yeah, you guys are gonna crack up. 83 also equals the numerical vibration of Drake Karma in one of the videos I just did. I said I wasn't gonna say his name, but look, the universe was like, nah, this is a perfect example. You need to say his name. And within this, we also have the 23 again of I am and also fake. Can't make this shit up. If I could do this all day, I would do this all day long. Because the synchronicities are on another level. The other thing, though, is this 83 is another one of these 11 to 2. So again, we're getting this message of 11 that we, with whatever Euphoria is telling us, these messages from Euphoria, because that just was the same song for all three of these numbers. It's letting us know that we need to look at the wisdom of Euphoria and really use it to help us see where are these two extremes. And no, it's not just Kendrick and Drake, even though, yes, that's the obvious. But what do they represent in life, but also in your life? What do they represent? How can you use the wisdom from Euphoria to recognize the extremes in your own life to be able to get to that too? So I think also we should add this 868 to this, but let's first get that number. Oh my gosh, I use all the colors. I mean, I like it, but it's still a little crazy. So when we add these up, we get 22. So now we've gotten 21, 22, 23. So it's first we are saying, look, change is coming for you to grow. So out of this 8-8 portal, we first got a 5 of change. And the change was for us to grow. And then, and that this came from the 21. Oh, can't see that. Okay. I don't know if you can. Yeah. But anyway. But then we got the 7, which was, okay, for you to really make this change, you have to take action and flow. And that gave us the 4 of really, or the 5 again, of really making sure that you are making the change. Like, recognize the change, make the change. And now we have this 6 that's coming through this portal. And it's getting us to the 4, because this will then go to 4. So again, it's saying, look, it's your foundations. You cannot grow if your foundations are faulty. You cannot make change if you have foundations that are faulty. The universe is saying, I want to give you all of this. I have all of this for you that's coming through these portals of today. And you have to take advantage by making sure that you are securing your foundations and making change so that you can grow. I think the universe is trying to be clear with us. We sometimes like to not listen. But I want to show you something else that I just saw. Oh, that's kind of freaking cool. So I'm trying to see. Oh my gosh, where can I put this? Let's put it here. So first, Euphoria resonates at this 93. And we first saw Euphoria when we looked at this 868. So I'm going to do 868. 868 plus the 93. And this gives us our 961, which is 16, which Tarot Gothis can confirm is the Tower. This is change when you're resisting it. So when you're resisting a change that has to happen in your life, go ahead, put your question. I'm ready. When you're resisting change that you are having to make in your life, it's a Tower moment. Everything crumbles. So when you aren't making a change that is necessary, things start falling apart. The alternative to a Tower moment is to take action and flow. So we're back to that 7 again. Oh, you had a question? Is it in here already? I just missed it? Or are you putting it in? I'll put it back in because I'm not going to be able to find it. Because I'm doing way too much with too many screens. Like, I know what I'm doing. I don't. So, this is where we're getting the 7 again. The thing that I saw that I wanted to point out is this. Oh my gosh, I use so many colors. I don't know what color to use. Okay, we'll use. Is this 15 is coming from a 5, 5, 5. And I got that because if we look up here, we have 55 here and we have 5 here. So this 15 that we saw in the Euphoria videos is 555. So it's all of this change. And we've already seen 3 5s of necessary change. We need to make change. Change is happening. Yes. Yes. That's exactly what we're talking about. And answer your question. That's exactly what we're talking about, is I'm showing you how to be able to find your next message. So when we have angel numbers, and I'm sure others in the chat can let you know what we've already talked about, but it really is, the angel numbers are just trying to get your attention. So you have to look at, first, what you have to do is when you see an angel number, you have to document what you're thinking, what you're feeling, who you're talking to, what is coming up around that number, because that's going to give you some clues of the bigger message. But also pay attention to what's the very next number you see, because usually these vibrations come in layers where we have the numbers or vibrations that are meant to get our attention. That's like the angel numbers. And then you'll get a number that's in the importance. And then you can get like the action and the bigger number that you want to see, or like bigger outcome you want to see. Yeah. Yeah. But we have another 555 here. Okay. I only have a few more minutes right now, but I may try and get on later today, which might be too late for some of you, but I definitely will be back tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to start our discussions of hip-hop vibrations, where we're going to look at like hip-hop's birth chart and hip-hop's birth numbers and relate that to ourselves. So if you getting so many angel numbers that you can't keep up, if it's different ones, it's really just trying to get your attention. It's like there's something you need to be paying attention to. You're not paying attention. Pay attention. Pay attention. And then if it's the same one, like if you kept seeing 555, then it would very much be a message of needing to make change. But what I would start doing is trying to see, because those angel numbers are like this most outside layer. So if you have these angel numbers here, this is to really just get your attention. But a lot of times what happens is we don't slow down enough to be able to get the information. That's why I found for myself, if I started trying to document something, that then later in the day when I was able to just look at it and sit quietly, I'd start seeing a pattern, or I'd start seeing more information. But in that moment, sometimes it's too much, and we can't get it in that moment. And you can let the universe know that. You can say, look, you have my attention. I hear you, but I don't know what the hell you trying to tell me. Can you slow it down? Can you give me more information? Give me a clue. Just don't be surprised when you actually get a clue. Like, you say that, and then like a song comes on and you're like, oh, that's what you meant. But we have to be paying attention. That's really what they're for. Because then right under this is where we start getting our messages. This is where we can find out the importance. Like, we can get a message about why the message is important. We can get a message about what action we need to take. And we can get a message about, like, the outcome, like what's coming. It just takes some practice. And if you start documenting them, then you just come back to the live and we could talk about them together. Because I love this stuff. Yeah, just tell the universe you need a clue. It'll give you clues, yet you have to be open to getting whatever clues it's going to give you. Because the universe is petty and got jokes. They always want to do some funny stuff. Like we were just seeing, like how, oh, you want to do a live on the 8-8 portal? Fine, I'm going to give you all of these 8-8 numbers. Like, fine, okay. Being rude. I'm tempted to spin our random number wheel one more time. We won't have time to go look at videos, but we can spin it one more time, see what the universe gives us. There's huge shifts. Big, huge shifts in everybody's lives. But those of us that have been, because I'm going to include myself in it, because I know I've been doing my work. I've been doing my individual work. So anybody that's been doing their individual work, we feel that shift even more because the shift is bigger for us. Trying to manifest. Okay. I'll try to come back later. It'll probably be like tonight, like this afternoon, late, probably evening tonight, that I can come on again. But also I will be on tomorrow and we can talk about manifestation. Because that's actually a really good topic, but also a lot. But what you can do today, because this is like a huge manifestation energy day. It's a huge day to bring in. Oh, I just hit my own mic. Sorry about that. It's a huge day to like bring in energy to be able to manifest. So if nothing else, what you can do is write down your intentions. And you can write down in this 8-8 portal energy, I want to manifest, or you can put co-create with the universe. So then the universe is helping you. So I want to co-create with the universe, and then just bullet points list what it is. But you want to be both specific and broad at the same time. So you want to be specific enough because all these vibrations are neutral. And the universe doesn't know any different. So we could tell it, oh, I want peace. But the vibration of peace is 30. And that's the same vibration for the word fear. And the universe don't know the difference. So you ask it for peace and it's bringing you fear. Like, you know what? That's just fucked up. Don't do that. Oops. I didn't mean to cuss, but I did. I think it was necessary. So you need to be specific enough so that God, the universe, understands what it is that you really want. The more vibrations you can weave together, the better. That's like all the letters. that you include in what you're writing. But also, you need to make sure that it's broad enough where it can come in multiple forms. So in like, usually what I do is I'll write my intentions and then I'll say or better or more. So I could say I really want I don't know. I really want to bring in all of the right people to my channel to have these very good, necessary, productive discussions. Or better. if that's not what it's meant to be, but there's something better than that, then that's how you can leave it open for that. Okay. So I was gonna spin the wheel again, but I'll bring the wheel back. So I'm gonna get ready to go, eat and actually do some work. 'Cause yeah, it's Friday, but I still got work to do. And this, unfortunately, is not my work yet. Yet, it's going to be. That's what we manifest in today. That's why I'm doing so many lives, because this is what I want to be able to do. So I am gonna go and get some work done and eat, and then I will probably pop in later today. But don't worry if you miss it. Slay Queen, I don't expect to see you there because it'll probably be super late in the middle of the night for you. But I am going to try and get on live earlier tomorrow, Saturday. And we're going to start talking about hip hop and looking at hip hop as a person or as like an entity, like a culture. And looking at all the numerical vibrations and its growth of identity. And we'll just keep that going until there's a new topic to talk about. So thank you for being here. Please make sure you hit the like button on the way out. And I will see you all very soon. Thank you so much. This was fun. This is always fun. I will see you all hopefully later and tomorrow. But one or the other. You guys, I'll be here. All right. Bye. Hopefully both streams stop, but we'll see.